Hey everyone, Brian with you from TheGameCommon, and we are back with the second round of our finals in our AI-only Championship Series Spring 2020, and we ended up with continents. Okay, we do have a different grouping though. I think I'm actually okay with this for a second round. I think the last round we should just do a Pangea map. But we have Brazil and Teddy on this continent, and then we have France and India on this continent. I'm okay with this because it's a different pairing. If it would have been Teddy and France again, and Brazil and India, we probably would have just reset. But yeah, I'm okay with this. Continents are going to change the game a little bit from last time particularly. And I mean, it kind of makes sense because then you're getting continents, you're getting the island plates. I think that was the previous one. Or was that the archipelago? And then lastly, we end with Pangea, which I think makes the most sense. So after the first round, if you missed the end of last episode, US has a bit of a lead. They're at 1,992 points, Gandhi 1,369, Brazil 879, and France is way back at 165 because they got eliminated. Now, one thing to keep in mind here, confirm. We did set it for 315 turns, but we are going to end it at 300 turns again. I just figured we set it at 315 just so we don't get the end screen, which might, interrupt us trying to like read the score. So I think it's just easier to do that. Honggong Tao. It sounds like a Chinese. Honggong So. It actually sounds Chinese. Huh. Interesting. It doesn't sound Indian, but who knows? Lake Annecy, I guess. I don't know. And then the Rhine River, which technically does go through France. I learned this. Rhine River, you always think of Germany, but actually, wait, doesn't it? It's the border. Yeah, because I went over the Rhine River. It borders France and Germany, so it'd be rather interesting if Germany was here. So the question is, who's going to declare war first? Everyone spawned a little far apart, so I don't imagine any early wars, which is kind of unfortunate for France, because if she was right up against India over here, she could really punish him before he popped out war elephants. But he should have war elephants before then. He also rushed out archers again. He seems to have the exact same build order this time. The other thing is he also has the Mount Rama, which is going to be kind of nice for him. A, because it gives him faith, which, Gandhi always wants, but then also the passive science from it should help him as well. Now, Brazil ended up settling south towards Teddy. There is a huge mountain range between the two, so we'll have to see where Teddy ends up going with this fourth. I'm imagining he's going to keep coming up this way. The biggest issue is Brazil might have some issues coming and settling up in this direction. So I actually anticipate this island's going to be like east-west, like they're both going to have really thin countries, which might provide some rather interesting loyalty issues as the game progresses. Now, if you're not rooting for Teddy, or if you're rooting for anyone besides Teddy at this point, you really want to see Teddy suffer here. He did get city number 4 down, but he is slightly further ahead than everyone else. Well, he was at least a little later on his 4th city. Now, who got the religions? Teddy didn't get the religion last game. I mean, that's crazy to think about. He had so many more points than everyone else. Imagine if he would have gotten a couple hundred from the religion. He would have been well over 2K. India's got the Varu popping out, so India's basically indestructible for probably until Musketmen at least. Which, why do I always rank India so low? And I know I've talked about this a billion times, but like India is one of the lower ranked civs for me. Why? Not because of the Varu. The Varu is great, but it has one of the biggest negatives, and that's the fact that the Varu, you can't upgrade them until tanks. If you could upgrade them to Cuirassiers, then I would actually probably put the middle of the pack. I think every other bonus for them is kind of though, as well. All right, so both Brazil and Teddy were coming to settle down here. Teddy ended up settling not on the river, which seemed like a bad idea, but he might not have been able to settle there had Brazil... Like, Brazil might have been able to settle before him, so he might have had to have settled there just to guarantee that territory. Teddy does have swordsmen, which is going to be good. He is a little weak, it looks like, on army size right now. Yeah, Pedro's a little bit stronger, but he has swordsmen. I don't think Pedro does. I don't think Pedro even has iron. No, he does not. Now, does he have iron? No, I don't see any iron. I see iron right there. He does have horses, but he's not working the horses, but he could get some horsemen up. He's got some coal down here eventually. And Teddy's also got crossbows, so Teddy's probably indestructible at this point. New York is loyalty flipping. He probably put Buffalo here because this a river right here would probably have had some loyalty issues. Also, really, the San Francisco River? What is with the naming? Missouri, I understand. Arkansas, okay, I can understand. It goes through most of the country. Why not Mississippi? Why would you name it the San Francisco River? I don't know. I just really wonder if some of the names here that they did for Teddy, they're very obscure. It's almost like whoever did it, like, that's why I kind of thought after the last episode, wait, are they up in Minnesota? Because why would you name this lake after something named from Minnesota? Great Salt Lake. Okay, that's Salt Lake City. That's a large lake. I mean, if you're naming lakes, you got to do Superior, like the 4 Great Lakes. Erie, Superior, right? Or maybe they don't want to name those because maybe someday they were thinking of adding a Great Lake as a natural wonder. Spoilers. I have no idea. Just skip this, please. What did eras? Did we get first eras yet? Yeah, Teddy got a Dark Age, everyone else got normal. That's actually okay, though. Because Teddy could come back with a Heroic Age here. We'll see. Looks like Brazil's actually popping out the wonders this time. Brazil's having a much better game. QA, man, really early wonders over here. And also his Pikeman, what's his yields now? Only 57, but my gosh, he's getting some Renaissance era stuff pretty early here. France is looking good, though. Yeah, they needed this after last game. They have pretty much taken over 2/3 of the island over here, this continent. It looks like them and India are going to end up hitting each other unless she's going for Valletta. I don't think she'll be able to take anything because of those elephants. She's really going to have to start burning them down, and I don't know if she has enough. Yeah, Gandhi has a stronger army than her right now. I can't imagine she's going to declare war. I don't think India would be able to take anything, though, because she's got the crossbows up, so she should be fine. Crossbows, I think, are enough to hold off the Varu, but I wouldn't rely on crossbows and swordsmen to conquer India, who has Varu. Except for the fact that he doesn't have walls. That could come back and bite him. Also, oh my god, Hue placement. God, you went from one adjacent lake tower, you could have had 3. Also, I think that was Teddy who was building Hue. Where was he building Hue? I think he was doing the same thing. Also, this is the identical lake? Huh. That's rather interesting. This is a very odd lake design. I don't think I've ever seen that. So to see it twice in one game is kind of hilarious. What's our wonder score looking like? Actually, what's the overall score looking like? Pedro's in first, Gandhi's in second, Teddy's in last, but like it's still fairly close between everyone. Teddy only has 1 wonder right now. Yeah, the biggest difference right now is Brazil and Gandhi have the wonders. So the thing is, Gandhi's losing Bangalore. My assumption is France declared this war, which isn't a bad thing because she really needs these wars. The downside is without any melee troops, I don't see how this is going to go well for her. Yeah, I'm not quite sure why she declared this when she only had 1 swordsman up there. And she is basically out of troops right now. This is kind of really bad for France. Like, France isn't necessarily, it's not impossible for them to win at this point, but they're going to need some help. It's probably impossible for them to win without some major help, aka Teddy getting wiped off the planet in one of the games. And then them, I mean, if they conquered Gandhi, theoretically speaking, if they conquered Gandhi and Brazil did a decent enough work to keep Teddy, and maybe even both of them just had very middling games, and she got this entire island, you could argue that she might be in it, and then hope next game that she just, like, or Gandhi ends up taking out Teddy, then there's a chance. Then there's definitely a chance she could win. But, like I said, she's going to need help on that. If she has a mediocre game here, she's probably out. All right, Porto Alegre got conquered by Teddy. He lost it, but Teddy's doing Teddy things. Dude, I have to say, Teddy's taking on the Mongolian mantle. I mean, he is looking more and more like Genghis Khan as the series going on. And I got to give him massive credit because he doesn't even have the units like Mongolia or the ability to just mass produce them for free by conquering Cav. So, I mean, he did immediately lose Porto Alegre, but that's not really that bad of a situation because A, he lowered the population there, which is good, and then B, he's just slowing down Brazil's output. So he's going to slowly be able to build a lead. The biggest thing I think is going to be up here. If Teddy can come grab this last little area there, and then we talk about some conquering up here, I mean, this could really start switching the game, especially if he comes in. Yeah, he's grabbing cities down here too. He could really start putting Brazil in a bad spot. So we did get next era. Teddy got his heroic era. Brazil got another golden era, and then normal. Kind of unfortunate for Teddy. If Porto Alegre would have had a normal era for Brazil, I still think it would have flipped, because Brasilia and Rio were both pretty large, but yeah, and then Curitiba, whatever. Yeah, he probably still would have lost it, but could have been helpful. Now, if Teddy can come down here and grab Rapo, and I definitely see someone wanting to settle here on the freaking heck is this? The Sahara El Sahad? Sahara El Biad. Bidaya? Wait, what? Hold up. El Bida? El Bida? That doesn't seem right. Probably, though? Because, okay, it's like the certain organization who I don't want to say in my video because it might just straight demonetize it. But Bida, that sounds spelled like it, though. Because there's no, it's an I, not a Y. So would the Y be pronounced differently? Beta? I don't think they have the pronunciations here. I mean, I guess I could do it here. Sahara El. Let's see what they say. Banfara. Okay, so it actually has a different name, apparently. Pronunciation. This is important. Or not. Okay, well, never mind. No idea. Let's keep skipping. Yeah, no idea. So we're at turn 147. This game's kind of cruising along here pretty quick. Should still be 2 parts. Yeah, I almost feel like we're going a little too fast for this to be 2 episodes. Huh. I wonder why we're going by so fast. But anyways, Coliseum's getting popped out over here in Patna. India's doing good. Right now, I think India's still in a pretty good spot. They're ahead of Teddy. I mean, at this point, everyone needs Teddy to have a bad game. Like, the only way anyone's going to catch up is Teddy's going to have a bad game. If Teddy can stay within a couple hundred points in this game, then he's still going to have a 400-point lead going into that last game. So, you know, he just conquered Brasilia. Once again, this was size... Are you guys watching this population? It was size 9. Teddy conquered it and went to size 1. It flipped and went to size 6. Then he conquered it and went to size 1 and then back to size 4. Really confused. He is still going to lose it almost immediately. But what's happening, like I said, is he's really setting Brazil back, number 1. What the heck is happening here? And by reducing the population here, he's just really screwing over Brazil. And he's going to start getting some loyalty flipping, I think. I really do. He also, Caesar and Rapas, and I wonder if you're going to go for Curitiba? I don't know. And now the Hurricane comes in and just completely screws over Brazil, because why not? Wow, even Mother Nature is helping out Teddy. I'm not the one cheating here. Mother Nature's the one cheating, okay? Also, keep in mind those barbarians. Actually, that was India, wasn't it? Yeah, that was India. And that was Brazil. That was the barbarians who tried helping India. But didn't actually the barbarians help out Teddy? Oh, yeah. He would have gotten knocked out, I think. That was in the knockout rounds where he would have gotten knocked out, but he had that one troop survive with 1 HP. And that was basically the only reason he was able to conquer a city, which I think set him up for victory. Well, at least to not be in the bottom in that game. Right? I am thinking of Teddy, correct? Also, France is looking really good right now. This is just catastrophic if you're not rooting for Teddy. This is so good for Teddy. Because he's screwing over Brazil, and then France, who's pretty much out of it, is beating up India. So, the people that are in 2nd and 3rd place are getting absolutely destroyed right now. And Teddy has, you know, his Rough Riders, because why not? God. I kind of blaming Brazil and not building walls for this. I'm just going to throw that out there. I kind of think that screwed them. Also, like, the science is still absolutely horrible. 78, and he has Rough Riders. How? 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 Because it's rifling. How the heck with 78 science did you get all the way up there? Great scientist, I suppose. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's true now that I think about it. You're going to get a lot more great scientists in this game because there's a lot less people. Still, they have to be pretty expensive. Teddy's still in last place, by the way. Yeah, he got 70 great people points. I'm sure he's making a lot of science points. 7. Okay. I mean, a lot compared to everyone else, I guess. So now he took Recife. I never remember how to pronounce this one. Brazilian cities I'm not that great with. Let's see. Recife pronunciation. Hold up, it's loading.
Recife.
Wait, what?
Recife.
Recife? Seriously? Recife? Really? Come on.
Recife.
Recife. So it's Recife or Recife? This is the Brazilian one, it says.
Names.com.
Shut up.
Recife.
Recife?
Recife.
Recife? Recife. So it sounds like it's Recife. Huh. Interesting. Military emergency pass against Teddy, but I can't really imagine anyone's joining. The only good thing, this was a terrible idea for Brazil because now Recife is going to stay full loyalty for Teddy. And now he can actually focus his attack on taking something else. Brasilia did end up getting walls, which is good. Probably going to be able to hold out now. But Porto Alegre is definitely wide open for the taking still. Really? It's Recife? But that's Porto Alegre. I'm almost 99% sure. So wouldn't it be Recife? Alegre? The E? E? Maybe the F changes the pronunciation of the E? But, like, this isn't English, so it should sound the same, right? It's not, like, Portuguese isn't weird like English, right? Or it does, like, a bunch of dumb things with letters that make absolutely no sense. Surely? I have no idea. This is rather interesting how this island shook out. Just having America all on the west and having Brazil all on the east. You don't really see this too much in Civ, just because like the cities down here aren't loyalty pressuring. So like you could argue that, hey, loyalty pressure isn't great over here, but most likely usually what happens is they start flipping. And once they start flipping, then, you know, this is kind of bad news. Like if Teddy got it a golden age right now, you could really start seeing a bunch of this start flipping, I think. Depending on the sizes over here. But Brazil looks pretty decent size, so. But generally, I think that's what you would see happen. Did you guys peace out then? Because they declared war? That's what it looks like. Who didn't get the religion, by the way? Oh, we should click here. Aha! France, Brazil, and India. So Teddy, once again. Maybe this is why Teddy's doing so well, because he's not getting the religion. Bloy? Blah? Bloy? It's not Blosa. Blois? It's not Blois. I know that. I know French well enough to know that is completely wrong. But it's still kind of a funny word to say. Blow? Wouldn't be blow, right? No, B-L-O-I-S pronunciation. This is gonna be something Bly? Bly, maybe?
Pronounce name.
Yeah.
Blois.
Blois? Eh, okay. Blois. That sounds French. Blois. Dude, I'm so bad with French. Apparently, I'm also bad with Portuguese, too. Recife. Because, like, who would have ever guessed that? So, probably the winner out of this is the fact that Teddy's going to grab Porto Alegre. I think that's probably the biggest thing here. He might be able to hold on to it now, too, because Buffalo got a little bit bigger. Cleveland, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that's within range. Atlanta's within range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, and St. Louis is within range, too. So he should be able to hold it, I would think. Depending on eras, I don't know what we're in. Ah, he's in a dark age. I think he should be able to hold it. This has to still be emergency. That's the only reason I think he's holding this still. Yeah, plus 20. Now if Brazil starts getting their unique battleship, that could change the game. What's his science at? Now his science is terrible, so his only hope is culture. Yeah, he kind of really got screwed, just because he didn't go heavy into science here, and bordering Teddy and not going in science is a bit catastrophic. All right, I think we got to wrap this episode up here so we actually have something in the next episode. So I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, drop a like, comment. Let me know what you think. As always, hit the subscribe button, join the game, comment, share your support. See you guys later. Bye, everyone.